Look, my cup runneth over, I pour out my heart. They playing games, I got a vision they never had saw. Defeat intertwined with your thoughts. Look at you scared of the start. It's hard to see them cues before you if you don't know who you are, huh? No more wait and see, I'm only thinking told you so. Turn my life into a movie, I need a golden globe. So-and-so was talking on my name. When we talk, it was moms. If I'm lying, hell, just put me in the box.
Oh yeah. What's good, y'all? You tuned in to a new episode of Really Real Podcast. I do not know what episode number this is, but I know we on, we're A-list again, you know what I'm saying? Out here on the set, shout out to A-list. Today I got a guest, you know what I'm saying, my brother, my friend, my guy, Snacks, Trevor, whatever you want to introduce yourself as.
Yo. Look, man, Trace Stacks, Uncle Snizzy B, man, whatever y'all want to call me, man. Checking in with the Really Real Podcast for the second time, man.
Yep. Glad to have you back, man.
Most definitely, family.
So if y'all been watching me for the past maybe 2 years, probably 2 years since I stopped having a co-host, I actually only been doing interviews, you know what I'm saying, artists, entrepreneurs, streamers. Shout out to all the Grizzly Gang people that, you know what I'm saying, help my channel become bigger and everything. But today, you know what I'm saying,
we kicking it.
Let's keep it real. I actually was supposed to have an interview today. You know what I'm saying? This actually was supposed to be an interview, but, at the end of the day, I needed to put some content out. The interview ain't happened. And I miss doing these topics, you know what I'm saying? Talking about things that's going on in the world, things that I like to talk about with my friends. We sit up and do it all the time. And outside of the camera, and I feel like, man, let's get back to that, to the roots of what I started doing. Because the reason I started podcasting was to speak my mind on certain situations without having to have somebody police it, And yeah, I'm definitely still doing interviews, I'm going to get back to it. But yeah, today, topics. And the first topic, man, we're going to get on today, man, is something that's, going on big time right now in the news. Our boy Diddy, man.
My boy, man. That's your man.
See, now nobody fool with Diddy, man. Everybody.
Now y'all, man, you got the Snoop shirt on, man. I've been mostly a Death Row fan most of my life and stuff like that, man. But watching this go on right now, man, I gotta say, man, this is crazy. Even hear Mace and Cam talk about it on their pod a little bit and stuff. Mace say everything happened for a reason. And
it's funny though, because I was just telling somebody, like, it's funny how fast everything can go down, because his name is literally synonymous with negativity right now. Like, that fast. Like, bro, around this time last year, you can say Diddy, something about Diddy, and you can say something good. Now, the first time you bring his name with eyebrows raised, it's like, what about Diddy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I can be honest though, man, you say it came out of nowhere. I was listening to a dude named Bomani Jones the other day, and Bomani was talking about how in 2021 he was approached by Variety, they like one of these big magazines out here and stuff like that, to interview Diddy. So I think he was actually trying to get ahead of a lot of this, man. He started giving all the music rights back to the artists and stuff like that, man. I think he knew something was coming, bro. Man, we gotta pay attention to the details a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I went that. But when you're not really,
Diddy holler everybody. I think that's where my headspace was always like, man, what's going on? You giving people music rights back now? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, just out of the kindness of your heart.
That was weird.
That was crazy, bro.
But at the same time, I didn't think it was gonna get as wild.
That Epstein Island, man.
Because maybe.
Who next on the list?
Because, you could have looked at it as he giving people contracts out because he got found out or something. You don't think even to be sex trafficking, all that. You didn't think months later the feds was gonna be raising
the fan. When everything starts to hit the fan, man. Look, I don't know, man. Look, I know people laugh at 50 Cent when he be telling some of them Diddy stories and stuff like that. The stories have always been out there. now we just take them serious because of the whole Cassie situation, and now we have actual court documents. Like, look at everybody who attached to it. Meek Mill getting his name played with, man. I think that's one of the crazier things to me. I think it was Meek and who else? I think they was alluding to, it was Chris Brown, somebody who used to date Rihanna.
No, Usher.
It was Usher too. Oh my God, bro!
Usher.
Like these,
and that was people. He practically helped raise Usher. You know what I'm saying?
He done made comments before. I think Kevin Hart was interviewing him, and he was like, "Yeah, man, me and Usher used to wrestle in the bed and stuff like that." Over the
Think of how young Usher was when.
Wait a minute.
Man, that makes you...
Blessings to that man family, dog. I think that's the toughest thing that a lot of people don't see in everything that's going on. He got them twin girls, man. I think the boys, they got hemmed up because they was at the house while all this was going on, man. That's tough.
Actually, one of the boys, not Justin. It was Justin. I think he caught up in it, the paperwork.
That's crazy
as well. You know what I'm saying?
I think I heard something about that, how they can implicate him in the trafficking if Diddy paid for it to actually come out there. That's
so what? Say it again.
Next topic.
Yeah. So what's the No, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So you saw Al B. Sure, that's one of his kids, real dad.
I know that.
The Quincy. That Al B. Sure is real dad.
That's nuts. That's nuts. You look, man, you putting me on game right now.
Yeah, man. What, man? Now when you see Quincy, you gonna see that's his twin. Him and Al B. Sure. And he was I seen him reach out to him and say, "Hey, my door open, a safe place." You know what I'm saying? And he was always alluding to Diddy having something to do with, their mom's death.
Yeah, Miss Kim Porter and everything. Okay.
What do you think about a biological father coming out of nowhere like, "Hey, come home, son, there's too much going on"?
I mean, to be honest with you, that's what a parent is actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
We hear about stuff like the prodigal son story and stuff like that. The parent is always supposed to kind of have that door open and stuff like that. A child is going to make rash decisions in certain moments. I'm going to look over here and see, I'm going to live with Puffy. Puffy got, Dad, you got some money, but Puffy got money. And we party over here. And Puffy let me do all these things. And then, as we can see, everything hits the fan. Now you lean more to the parent. And that's why the door is always open, man.
For sure. I'll say this. One more question. What do you feel about the 5% of people that's thinking like, okay, y'all jumping down this black man throat. What about the Dan guy from Nickelodeon? Why ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
And I guess that's why I mentioned the Epstein Island, man. Like, it sucks, but Diddy's a bigger celebrity than what was dude's name? Dan
something.
Yeah, I just remember the dude quiet on the set, and stuff like that. It's like, bro, you wouldn't have told me in a million years that's the guy that was doing that to all them kids.
He was the manager on Good Burger and stuff.
Man, look, man, in on all that. He was the one to come down and get the whole crew ready together before the show started and stuff like that. So to know that now, man, that's.
So you think it's more of you think it's not a race thing, it's more of a status thing. Like, man, this is not as important.
Oh, for sure, man. I would say race, but at the same time, we gotta look at it as what black culture is. Is black culture is Dan more recognized than Puff Daddy? Is Puff Daddy more recognized more than anybody who was on that Epstein Island list that we've seen so far? Right. So that's going to attract way more notoriety than some of these people who may make as much money as Diddy and have as much effect on life that we don't necessarily know about. But like how we sitting here, we're talking about Puff.
And also harassment is one thing, but sex trafficking, that's a whole nother, both wrong. Both deserve, some type of punishment, but the stuff they saying about Diddy is just, even Dan comes out and apologizes. Not saying people should accept his apology, but he's holding himself accountable for whatever he had done. But Diddy out here trying to get on private jets.
Trying to get away.
Trying to get up out of here. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
man, I don't blame him.
At first, my mindset was I was with that 5% that was like, man, Diddy made somebody mad. He ain't do all this, but now it's like, bro, it could be both. You did all that, made it mad. Now they ain't keeping it quiet. You know.
Yeah. Again, man, the stories had always been out there. Now you have actual court documents to clarify everything that's going on. So for me, it's more like a kind of like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You had all those years. Everybody Boondocks made a whole episode making fun of the R. Kelly stuff, bro.
Right out my mouth.
And it took to what 20 right before COVID, before we fully lock him up. Aaliyah had been passed away almost 15 plus years before we locked this man up, and he married that girl. We know that he married that girl at underage.
Yeah.
Again, man, it's what you want to believe out here. I don't too much full on believe in Illuminati sacrificing people and all that kind of stuff like this, but some of the stuff that go on behind them doors, yeah, now that actually kind of do make a little bit of sense. Man. What you willing to do?
So yeah, I will say this. I will say this, bro. The things people are willing to do for money, it ain't worth it. I'm like, Charles. I don't agree with a lot of things Charles White says, but when he said, "Hey, just give me a couple million," hey, I don't need that billion. I don't need what you gotta do for that billion. Like, I'm straight. It's
all day long. Man, I don't even know if I want $1 million. If that's what some of them do, I don't even want to be close to that.
See, $1 million, bro. You can make $1 million. You can make $1 million. You can make $1 million. Right, you can make $1 million. Somebody got to give you $1 billion. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
But yeah, man. I mean, I hope everything work out as the way God intends it to work out.
I was about to say, man, I hope justice is served for all the parties that need the correct justice that's out there, man.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. And
that's whoever that may be.
I feel for the people that have daughters, man. You start talking sex trafficking and stuff, man. That's one of the big things that's going on in our community, dog.
Well, man, we still in the month of March, right? So, you know, I'm kind of late on this, but, you know, this month, you know, all the anime fans, this is a tough month for us, man. We lost, you know, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z. You know, I feel like that was March 1st, the first month.
Yeah, I would say, look, man, if it would have been April, man, it would have felt like an April Fool's Day joke, man. Like,
ironically, his birthday, April 5th, I'm seeing, too.
Yeah,
so man. A month after his birthday.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. We talked about it off the pod a couple times, man, but Toriyama guided my childhood, dog. I got out of school and set up for a tsunami. Everything was based on DBZ, Dragon Ball GT. I know kids today probably, Dragon Ball Z Kai and Super and stuff like that, man. But just watching how from generation, not only his show, how it actually affected the full-on landscape of the anime. I think that's where I want to give Toriyama his flowers at, man. Like, he really was, for me, one of the biggest innovators. I know people hate talking about the big three when we talk anime and stuff like that, man, but it's a reason why we regard Dragon Ball and Toriyama's projects the way that we do, man.
Bro, I couldn't even, like... You know, I say about three years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I got this little Goku tat on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should tell you everything of what Dragon Ball Z meant to me, bro. Like, to get it tatted on my skin, because, like, I wasn't like a big anime nerd growing up, because I didn't know what anime was. I didn't know that term. I just know some cool shit came on at night before I went to bed, or, you know what I'm saying, that was worth me waking up in the morning ready to tell my friends at school, like, man, did you see did you see this nigga turn Super Saiyan? Like,
Or watch.
I ain't expect this.
Look, watch a whole 30-minute episode
Yeah.
of dialogue.
Man, for real.
Just so we could get to
the point.
To the next day that they actually
We
get
was
to the
mad
video.
about that back then, but now
we was mad, but I appreciate it.
Yeah,
more than
we
ever,
appreciate
man.
that now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first 10 minutes of Dragon Ball Z is them telling you what happened on the last episode. Like, for real. And then that last 5 minutes is when it's gonna happen, and then it goes off. So you really gotta watch it. But yeah, Toriyama, what I didn't see before he died, and I give people their flowers before they die all the time. Y'all know how I feel about the people that I love that died or whatever. But it be the things you don't see, and even if you saw it, you didn't see it on the large scale that it's on. And that's the influence that he had on people, bro. Like the video of I had was on Twitter, and I saw the Yamcha, when he was laying on the ground from
and how many different animes,
how many different cartoons, animes, movies. Like,
you hit that on the head, man. Like, how many different actual cartoons, not so much as anime. Like, we as kids were watching them as cartoons at the time. Yeah. And of course, we become adults and understand that they're anime. But to go back, and I think it was Fairly Odd Parents, Codename Kids Next Door, have certain episodes where this is based on the character of Goku. Or like how you say
Gumball. I seen Gumball turn Super Saiyan, bro. Like stuff I don't even watch. Like
for real. And for me is again Toriyama bringing all of these different people together. Me to be able to sit in the room. When I was younger, I didn't know that there were other people that looked like me that was watching the animes that I was interested in.
Right.
But now we adults and stuff like that, man. Everybody named mama watch anime.
You know what's so crazy that I never thought about till Toriyama died?
What's that?
So, bro, I was an art major in college, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I started with that because knowing who I am, that's the best way to describe how much I loved art. When I got to college, when I stopped caring about art, I didn't want to be in college no more. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
That's impact.
I only did that because that's what I knew how to do. But I can draw real good. Bro, what started me drawing was Dragon Ball Z.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing Dragon Ball Z, seeing how easy it was. It might not be easy to everybody, but you can try to draw Dragon Ball Z even if you can't draw, and people would get what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's mostly shapes. They're hair. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, man, I ain't no art major and stuff, but I was about to say the same thing. I ain't go as far as you did with it, but I was definitely about 4th, 5th grade, man. Start with that little square head, man, getting corner off at the cheeks and stuff like that before I'm building up for the actual hair.
Putting the triangles on there,
yes,
top.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I say that to say, like, my art didn't stop with Dragon Ball Z. It went further than that. But it started with that. So Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama, it's the reason I was drawing.
Oh, man. Big love, man, for Akira Toriyama, man. Blessings to his family and everything, man. And I hope whoever takes over at this point with Dragon Ball and Super and stuff like that, man, that they continue to uplift his name with the product and be able to uplift the product as well, man.
So you okay with it continuing without them? If they doing that?
Man, I will be... I don't have a kid as of today, but if I had a kid, I would want to see what my kid's version of Dragon Ball Z look like.
Okay.
Continuing the story, man. That's what he was doing for us. I think about that a lot. He could have stopped the story at any point in time and we would have just had nostalgia to live off of. That man kept going into our adulthood. I know me personally, I know I watched Super. Yeah. I'm invested in Jiren. I want to know what's the next step, man. What's going to happen?
I watched Super to continue it, just to see what's going on, but I'm not a huge fan of a lot of things. It's a lot of things that, from the simplest thing as far as the drawing to the, storyline. I'm like how our parents was, you know what I'm saying, man, this ain't what I grew up, you know what I'm saying? But like, And I want to see more people. Super is getting better. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more. You know, I don't want to see just Goku and Vegeta wiping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's why I kind of like Super and stuff like that, because we had the different dimension battles between everybody and stuff like that. So you got to see people like these different opponents like Jiren and stuff like that out there, man.
Well,
so
yeah.
So the power scale gets tilted a little bit.
I didn't want to see the other people like, you know, let me see Trunks and Goten.
Yeah, let them grow up a little bit. Let's actually get to see a Gohan story for a change, man. That's what we was alluding to.
Yeah, so but I'm curious to see. It was getting dope. You know, I saw there's a Black Frieza for a new form Frieza, like one of my favorite characters of all time after Goku is Frieza.
So, Vegeta.
Yes. Bro, what y'all saw in Vegeta, I saw later when I got older and understood. But at a young age, man, he was the villain. He was the hater, bro. Frieza was the villain too, man.
Frieza was a dog villain, man.
Bro,
like man,
Frieza was the villain, but she wasn't.
They killed Krillin twice on them, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't. It wasn't like I'm a villain because of this. Like, it was more so. It wasn't just to watch him, the jealousy and all that type of stuff. That's just what I didn't like, bro. I got you. Frieza owned up to I'm here to kill all y'all.
He was.
That's straight
at
up.
At that moment in time, he was the end all be all, man.
Yeah, man. Frieza teach you, like, Frieza taught me that it always can, and he's still teaching that, bro. It can always get more realer. Frieza taught me that, bro. Frieza,
what you say?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought this was my final form?
Yeah, like, okay. All right. Like, Frieza still here. Frieza had 2 more forms since we done been adults.
No. I'm with you on that, man. Like, you still got the opportunity to level up, man. Yeah. But the Saiyans do too, man. They do too. Good back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I always say Frieza the best villain. Frieza be on there. Frieza, every time you get stronger, I'm coming too.
I don't know, man, about that best villain stuff, man. You stop calling our people monkeys.
I'm dead. I ain't got no rebuttal with that one, man. I ain't got no rebuttal with that one. Man, I hate to say it. Lately, I only been watching basketball for PrizePicks. To keep up with my PrizePicks.
Hey, man, I don't think you alone out there in the world, man.
I'm pretty upset with you right now.
Because I got you off the bandwagon too early?
Not you, personally.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Jokic for not getting that 0.5 last night.
Oh, man. Now here you
know what's funny?
What's that?
PrizePicks is so deadly to the mind. It's like in gambling, a player can have a great game, and because he didn't hit your number, you so mad at that player. Like, because he had a great game.
Yeah.
But just because he didn't get over 25.5 in the second half,
shit.
He already
shit.
It's like, man, fuck that.
What kind of MVP is you?
Yeah,
man, you supposed to be performing in this moment in time, man. Clutch. He ain't got no clutch gene to you. Nah, I know.
I was talking about KD torching 30 points,
oh,
double. But because you didn't hit 4 free throws,
opening wounds today, man. Look, man, you said Jokic, man. You didn't even have to bring up that Kevin Durant 30 points, man.
Hey, shout out to PrizePicks, but y'all causing problems.
PrizePicks, man, sleeper, underdog, man. All them about, man. I need to call the number. Look, what's the number?
I'm talking about, bro. Like, what are the odds of you taking Draymond on rebound and assist, and he gets put out the game 4 minutes in? You know what I'm saying? Thank God for the reboots, but everybody don't read. Every app don't reboot.
Every app does not reboot at all. Look, man, I thought you was messing with me talking about your boy Jalen Green, man. Look, man, fatherhood Jalen is a whole different human being, man. You got,
that's why I'm gonna spare him. That's why I'm gonna spare Jalen Green, because I'm mad that you couldn't score 15 points on your birthday, buddy. But
All the tickets that I done had you on and stuff like that, man. You ain't. But this past week, whew, hey man,
You been
what
doing
are,
right
what
by
are
me
they?
lately.
9-1 in the last 10.
Yeah.
They pushing for that last play-in spot, dog. Man, look, playoffs getting real curious looking right now, dog. Man, you got the Mavericks right there. You got the Lakers right there, man.
What do you think about the Warriors, man?
I think Steve Kerr need to kind of be quiet a little bit, man. If you're going to bring Clay off the bench, bring him off the bench. If you're not going to bring him off the bench, don't bring him off the bench. But you don't need to tell everybody in America that, because obviously that is messing with y'all locker room a little bit. I think that's the piece that nobody's been talking about watching the Warriors franchise. I'm a Laker fan, but you know how I feel about LeBron James. So I was cheering anytime they ran into the Warriors. I'm cheering for the Warriors, dog. And to watch how this team's camaraderie, just little things like they handshakes, moments where they supposed to dap each other up, watching them separate from each other and stuff like that, man, I don't know. It's looking real spooky over there. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Houston got real physical and they took that last play-in spot.
Did you see bro shed them tears?
Who, Clay or
Curry? After Draymond had got put out the game, he started crying.
Writings on the wall. You start to see this is it. No matter what, I can't pull the card of Dre, I'll go talk to Coach Curry and the people in the upper office and stuff like that, man. I'll get you off of this. At this point, man, we 30 plus and you still doing some of the stuff you doing, man. It's the end of the road. As far as their big three, in my eyes, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Klay Thompson and Draymond Green both don't work out in the State Warrior jersey next year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I could see Draymond actually return. You know, he got his podcast going. He made his money. You know, he lost a lot, but you know, he made his money.
Did he? That man, a second round pick, getting paid what, 30 million plus. He made it whatever little. I think I was listening to Gil and them talk about that. Man, they don't care about these little fines they getting today.
Oh no, I'm sure, but man, losing money is losing money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's how they made. That's how they normalize themselves with us and stuff like that, man. You're not finna sit up and tell me that little drop in the bucket, man, that you gonna probably even use as a tax write off and stuff like that, man. The money that they pay in fines, man, could change the normal man's life.
Yes.
And I guess that's
probably why I look at it
like
that.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, and I guess that's what I say.
I seen Anthony Edwards come out one time and say, I'll pay the fine. Say what he wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I already know how they go.
Do Ant even got the big contract yet? I don't even know if he got his big one yet.
I don't think so.
Man, see, that's crazy.
He's still under
to know that you gonna be locked in for that kind of money to just go ahead and say, hey, man, screw it, T, man. We're gonna go on ABC TV, man. I'm gonna cuss and I'm gonna pay all the fines and stuff like that. No, brother.
What's your prediction? I think it's too hard to say coming out. So what's your prediction for Eastern Conference Finals or Western Conference Finals? Because the only team that's looking undoubtedly to me is the Celtics.
You think the Nuggets can get beat? I think the Nuggets make it back in the Western Conference as well.
Well, I'm just saying the only ones that look undoubtedly, it don't look undeniable to me. Like
I got you. Okay, I got you. It's a toughie, but I hate to sound like a homer right now. Maybe it's my group chat in my bag right now, man. I think Dallas can make their way to the Nuggets. And I think the international matchup that everybody want to see, man, Luka versus...
Even with them being such a low seed?
I want to say Dallas is 4 or 5 right now, bro.
Well, who was that arguing me last night when I said he should be MVP? I said...
That was me.
That wasn't you that said they was like number 8. Or something though.
They were in the I didn't say that they were number 8, but I think you were asking why isn't he getting the same respect as everybody else.
I said I made a statement. I said if Luka doesn't win MVP this year, I know something. That was my statement.
And the other 4 people that he's up against are 1 and 2 in their respective conferences.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not debating that. I'm only saying I think somebody was like, where they're like the number 8 seed, but
let me say this: 4. I want to say between 5 and 10. I think it's only like 3.5 games. It's like mad close right now, but I think for the Western Conference,
the Mavericks. Yeah, they number 6.
Number 6. Yeah. But I want to say that's like a game off from 5, dog. If I'm not mistaken, they've been 9-1 in the last 10.
Yeah, you're right.
The reason why I mentioned that though is I feel like it's gonna be the Nuggets and the Mavs.
The Rockets number 11.
Yeah, man. That's
and they 10-0 in the last 10.
That's why I meant that. That's right. They beat OKC last night. They beat OKC in overtime, even though Shea ain't play. But I look at little stuff like this. You mentioned Luka. Are we really not gonna talk about Shea and Ant Edwards as MVP candidates? We're gonna push Luka back up there. But then you got Ant Edwards and you got Shea, who are doing stuff that we essentially ain't seen before. These cases were 22, 23 years old, and they're the veterans on their team.
I'm going to be real for the camera.
What's that?
It's not that they're not contenders. I'm probably just looking at my profit. And my boy Luka goes over every time. My boy Luka ain't. You know what I'm saying? The numbers.
He do have some crazy stats. I think they be having him with like 50. I think I was looked out there one day.
54 PRA.
Yeah, 54 PRA, man. That means somebody scoring 30 points. For people who don't understand what that means, that's 30. That's a triple double. You're going out there and you're predicting that this person is already getting a triple double.
Yeah,
that's bananas, man.
Real.
In the game. Speaking of which, is the triple double oversaturated now? Does it mean as much? Because everybody's doing it. It ain't just Luka.
I think it stopped meaning like when Russ started averaging. Russ was averaging the triple.
Russ got that MVP. So Russ watered it down for everybody, man. That's tough, man. It still take a lot for somebody to get that many rebounds and that many assists. As you say, man, we get mad at PrizePicks when a person don't get an assist and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. If it don't lead to winning, man, it's hard for me to say that man an MVP.
So you say Nuggets Mavericks at the West.
Nuggets Mavs.
I probably would say Nuggets Timberwolves. Yeah.
I think Luka and them could catch if Luka and them catch the Timberwolves in the round. I think they can edge them, dog. I think that's the only reason why I say that. Ant doesn't have a Kyrie in his back pocket.
In the East, I say
and
Celtics. I say Celtics both in the East.
Yeah, I think that's a given. I think that's the matchup that everybody wants to see.
Yeah,
we want to see Giannis versus Tatum, Dame versus Drew Holiday and all them boys, man. It's gonna be a good matchup in the playoffs, man. Shout out to the NCAA tournament going on right now, man. All them brackets getting busted, man. Shout out to the young boys out of Kentucky doing did they thing in the first round.
Yeah.
They had a quick exit. Shout out Rob Dillingham, Reed Shepherd, man. Some of y'all boys may need to come back next year.
Yeah, man, it's the PrizePicks, man. It's the PrizePicks. I got a problem.
You need to call the number two, man.
I got an issue, man. I got issues, bro.
Hey, man, I get mine out by going straight to Twitter, man. I just go straight to Twitter, man, and following where whoever trending. Find people who feel like how I feel, so I can talk my noise for about 5-10 minutes and go ahead log back off, man. It is what it is. They still professionals, man. It's tough to fully get mad at them.
Well, we'll go with those predictions. I would love to see LeBron, you know what I'm saying, and you Lakers step up. I like what y'all been doing these past few games.
Hey, man, look, D-Lo and what's the name, AD? Yeah, that's looking like the perfect combo without LeBron, which is crazy. But it was,
and my boy from Arkansas, you know.
I wouldn't go throw the hillbilly Mamba out there, man. But yeah, man, he doing this thing too, man. He played well with Bron out there, and that's the only reason why I ain't mentioning him. it's amazing how good they're playing for me with D-Lo and AD. It's like, why don't y'all do this when Bron's here? But it makes sense because you got to get off the ball.
I feel it. So, real quick, man, let's get into, WrestleMania this year. Me and you.
Yeah, brother.
I don't usually have this as a topic often, but me and bro, some wrestling fans, man.
Most definitely.
For y'all to be like, we too old for wrestling, hey, bro. Yeah. Grow the fuck up.
Miss me with it. You still watch movies right now and call Dwayne Johnson The Rock.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good point. You know what I'm saying? It's something from your childhood you still watching. Yeah. There's grown people in the crowd, bro.
Yeah, man.
And if it's fake, go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that off my chest before I started talking about this. I know niggas be like, man, these niggas watch wrestling. Like, yes.
Whatever. You stop lying to yourself, bro. I bet you Terrell will be able to find a wrestling match right now to put on in front of the hardest talking noise dude and stuff like that. Wrestling BS, this isn't this. And he can find a match that you gonna agree. Oh, nah, man, they really getting to it. They really doing this now?
How you glued to the TV. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want to do, you got WrestleMania coming up in Philly.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I was able to experience 2 WrestleManias in my life.
I got one of them under my belt.
Yeah. Need to bring it back to Dallas one more time.
One more time.
Have a great card when y'all come here, man. Like, not to complain about the cards y'all had. I'm happy for the experience, but I want to see, y'all in Dallas, man. Y'all at the...
I got to see Roman Reigns. I got to see Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got to see my Prophets, dog. I got to see Bianca. I don't know.
Who did I see Roman face? See, both of the Roman matches I saw were bad. The Triple H match.
We ain't got to go there, T.
I walked out on that. The Roman and Brock match, it was cool, but
great.
I got to see my boy Cody. You know what I'm saying? I got to see my boy Cody make his return at WrestleMania. So
yeah.
But let's do some predictions.
Already.
I'm gonna call off.
We got at the top of the card.
So I ain't gonna. It's a couple matches I probably won't name because the card is subject to change. And that would be like the tag team match. I could say, who would you like to?
I want to see the Street Profits. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out Montez Ford, man. Shout out to all the black wrestlers that's out there, man. Shout out to Booker T, man. Shout out to the Reality of Wrestling, man, out there in H-Town, man. I apologize, T, but I got to get that plug out there, man. Black people do wrestle, and there are black wrestling fans out here, ladies and gentlemen.
and relatable wrestlers, too. Not just that black wrestler like The Rock.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah, they got relatable wrestlers out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
sir.
Hopefully, Friday they got a match to see if they're going to be in it. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, them boys get in it. But, let's see. So, you got Logan Paul. Y'all know who Logan Paul is. If that don't tell you the type of money and revenue and attention that company bring,
man.
Then you got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens triple threat match for the United States Championship. Who you got?
As much as I would love to see Randy Orton win this match, I feel like it's a setup for KO to get the win. In my opinion, I think they want to save Randy for the main title picture at some point with whatever is going to happen after WrestleMania. And you will be hard pressed to do so if you strap something like a title to somebody like Orton right now. He look like he's in the best shape of his life right now, man.
For some reason, I just don't see he got Logan. I just got a feeling that now that he signed the contract to keep himself in it, that they're gonna take him more serious as a actual wrestler. And I think they want to get him that W under his belt. You know what I'm saying?
He'll win in Mania, man. That's I would be hard pressed, man, to argue against that, man, because, like, man, you know how I feel about a heel winning in somewhere like that, man. But I'm sorry, man. I don't think that boy as big of a star as everybody want to tell me that man is as a star. He performs well. Though. I got you. And what better way to do so than him outlasting Kevin Owens and Randy Orton? I think how my headspace go, they would rather beat the shit out of him and have a match between the two of them than to let him win the title, especially somewhere like Mania. But
I will say, win or lose, going in as a champion is big itself.
Most definitely. And I guess that's why I mentioned it. His YouTube eyes are already going to be on it from that point. And in my personal opinion, his title run then carried his course. He ain't been wrestling nobody, T. He ain't Roman. He ain't earned that yet, buddy.
Yeah. All right, so he say Logan, he say Kevin, I say Logan. All right, we got Jay versus Jimmy, brother versus brother.
I mean, you know who I got. Yeet. For those who ain't familiar, man, I got Jay Uso, not the evil twin brother Jimmy. Unless Solo interferes, which is, I don't know, man. Solo act like he don't even like Jimmy right now. Yeah, Solo act like he don't even like Jimmy right now.
He don't like nobody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
he respects Roman. I will say that.
Yeah, you see how he be looking at the man when he grabbed him the wrong way or something like
when
that.
When he grabs him the wrong way, as you should with any man who grabs you the wrong way, dog.
Yeah, so I think he just more so like, you know.
When they say, only reason I say that, when they step out of line towards Roman, his shoulders get big. Like, what? You talking about big cuz like that? I'm ready to go. I would love to see him get put in the position of heir to the throne of tribal chief, but I know Roman's selfish ass ain't trying to relinquish that throne.
I want Jay to win, but you know, I know how they be trying to do with this brother versus brother match. You seen it with Matt and Jeff. You seen it with they want the brother that ain't already the star. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Jay first single match WrestleMania, give him the W, bro. He's the one right now.
And I feel like if you let Jay win this, you can have another match. You can come back to this well and have a match with Solo as well.
Right.
You know, you can go all the way full circle. I'm the little big brother over you, Jimmy, and I'm your big brother, Solo.
All right, we got LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
As much as I like, man, the megastar, man, AJ got a ruthless streak going right now, man.
Who would it do more for, though? Like,
it'll do way more for LA Knight, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, why
bro?
is that? Because you got people already complaining about LA Knight being in this type of match anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, to have a match with AJ Styles. You know, I think that it's like if he was wrestling Ricochet on the card and stuff like that. You have the opportunity to still go out there and put on a barn burner, dog. Yeah. Like, think about the times where I want to say Shawn and Taker weren't the last match on the card, but they still went out there and put on one hell of a performance to the point where everybody else looking at the other matches like, you can't hold a candle to this. And I think that's what I want to see out of LA Knight.
That's gonna help me with a future debate one day.
What's up?
That because I was telling somebody that Triple H best matches are with stipulation.
All day long. Sledgehammer.
His
if he ain't got the hammer, man,
you can't name me too many single matches regular the Triple H's that was just you know what I'm saying. And then I be arguing with one of my homies about that all the time. This is just a little sidebar, just because I know he gonna watch this. It's a reason why he was the main event of WrestleMania 25, and him and Orton had that match, and they were scared because they just got to go on after Undertaker and Shawn.
I
feel like if there was a stipulation in that match, he wouldn't have been worried. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason, because, you know, but we'll get into that another time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
What you say, could have put it in hell in the cell, man.
Yeah.
Throw the sledgehammer in there, man. It's a whole nother conversation.
So I'm gonna go with LA Knight, because, you know what I'm saying, I feel like since he been at the top of his game, he hadn't got that W yet. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Roman, and then he turned around and lost in the triple threat match that he kind of carried. You know what I'm saying? It was a fatal. Well, it was him, Roman, and it was fatal 4. Randy and AJ. And then he lost at the, you know, you can't keep having him losing.
I'm about to say, man, he ain't won.
Can't keep having him losing, man.
Yeah,
like
he ain't won in a minute, man. But
lost to Bray Wyatt, RP, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but to be fair, that's what put him over the top.
Yeah.
Just that feud alone. Them two going back and forth.
All right, so let's try to run through these real quick. We got Gunther versus Sammy.
I love to see Sammy, man. It's simple and plain like that. He's older at this point in time, man.
I think it's gonna be a great match, but
still,
yeah, I don't see it. It's just of all the people that he done beat, it's, you know what I'm saying. So
he was close against Roman, and I guess that's the only reason why I say, man, it ain't quite the big boss, man, but you can edge the next level boss, though.
The way the storyline running, though, I can see Sammy winning. People telling him he gonna lose and all that.
And then we get to see him versus Chad.
Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch.
Oh, I got Rhea all day long.
Yeah.
I done already told you. Becky looks sickly right now to me, man. I wish that would be almost like a triple threat and throw Nia Jax in there, man.
What's that cute little white girl?
Stratton's on, what's her name, though, huh? Is that who you talking about? Tiffany?
No, not Tiffany.
Liv
Morgan. Yeah.
Liv, I'm not the biggest fan of Liv, but I guess they could have thrown her in there. Yeah. So that would have been good as a fatal 4-way, but I get it. Becky's the man.
Yeah, I got Rhea 100%. EO versus Bayley.
EO. You can't, it's 4-1. Unless Bianca and Naomi are going to come out there and keep damage control out of the match. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
I got Bayley because this her first, face run in a while. You know what I'm saying? And
how do you feel like it's a face run? As Bianca has pointed out to us, Bianca, she ain't doing them but getting what she deserved. I'm with Bianca.
That's them. That's the people. I'm with the people. You know what I'm saying? Personally, of course, she gonna feel like they usually on the people she was whooping on.
Maybe I'm Drew McIntyre, and I'm the biggest troll under the bridge right now, man. But you ain't getting nothing but what you have dished out here. You reaping what you sowing, man. We supposed to sympathize for you right now.
And
she thought she could have duped all them girls, and the girls duped her. EO got out ahead of her. Then they brought Kyrie over. Then they got Oscar to join, dog. She got outsmarted with her own player, man. That ain't for me, that ain't no face turn, man. You was the weak link and you got cut out.
My thing is, she still, you can say that, but you can also say that she brought back 2 people that weren't even under her wing that wasn't even signed to WWE when she brought them back. And then she also
with Kyrie.
No, not Kyrie, but EO and the
They cut EO. I didn't know that they
was fired. That's why it was a shocker when
I know Dakota was. I didn't know that EO had gotten fired.
Yeah, that's why it was a big thing.
Now that's nuts.
And then
I thought EO was down in NXT as the champion, bro.
She wasn't the champion at the time. She was.
That's sick. That's sickening. So, AEW should have posted her because EO was being talked about at the time as the best women's wrestler in the world.
So then, so Dakota comes back, and then EO becomes champion. She helped her in a few of those matches. Like she could have been, hey, I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying? She could have pulled a Triple H with Evolution on them. But she didn't. You know, she stood by.
Yeah, but it's because EO stepped in front of her. And like, I guess that's what I say. We watched it happen in front of our own eyes. She kept EO away from it. And then EO, we seen that little run of EO saying,
I didn't see it like that, bro.
I'm finna get in this match and I'm finna win for me.
I ain't see it like that.
When they start turning up a little bit on their own, you start seeing her fall back a little bit like, oh, I'm not as in control.
All right, let's run to this last strip, got the timer. All right. McIntyre, Seth.
I got Drew.
I got Drew cash in.
Ooh.
Cash in, bro. Especially Punk being on commentator. Man, it's just... Nigga, you finna read what you saw too now. You know what I'm saying? You finna read what you saw too, buddy. Like, yeah, you finally won that in front of everybody. Bet we gonna get this taken away from you, but you gonna get that feel good moment for a second.
Ooh, that's tough.
They was feuding.
That's why I say. That's why I say that's tough. That's gonna be a tough one.
Tag team match, Bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Versus Cody and Seth freaking Rollins. I got Bloodline on the tag match. I ain't gonna lie.
I got Cody and Seth, and that's why I think that Seth is gonna lose the title to Drew.
I believe he gonna lose, but I believe that tag match. I believe, you know what I'm saying. You got The Rock and Roman against Cody and Seth, who really, I'm not even sure if they really like each other. Then you still got the other members of a Bloodline to play a factor in the match.
I think Seth and Cody do like each other,
and I think, well,
or have a respect.
Yeah, they got that respect. Yeah. And then I believe Drew's still gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, you know, kind of like what happened Monday.
But I ain't got to do nothing this time. And like, I guess that's why I say he's gonna lose. They had the tag match. Seth gets beat up too much in that match, and Drew takes advantage of it.
Yeah, regardless of who wins, that's gonna happen. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, last match, Roman versus Cody. You know I got, you know what I'm saying, Cody.
Who you got?
Cody, y'all.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Man, come on. Finish the story, money.
At this point, man, I do hope Cody get the win, man. As big a Roman Reigns fan as I am, man. Dude deserve it at this point, man. And it'll do wonders for the company at this point in time. You put the title on Cody. Cody can do work with damn near everybody, bro.
And these are my answer without all the politics of what goes on in that shit. So,
oh man, well, if it was my personal answer, man, Roman Reigns, and again, for what is it, for 1,400 days?
See, y'all see, we're gonna have battles all weekend. You know, all that weekend. He Roman fan, Cody fan, Kendrick fan.
Oh,
I'm J. Cole fan.
Oh, Cole wasn't even. We talked about this earlier. Cole ain't even got nothing to do with this. He just so happened to be there, man. He made the song with one of the dogs, and then the other dogs called the big dog, called the K9 unit in.
If your big three is only it's only big me. That's
why you keep hanging around him.
Hey.
You do songs with everybody in the world, bro. You know you want to come over here and make this album with me.
Why you worry about who I'm hanging with?
Already, man. Look, hey,
who's gonna have time to make an album with somebody that don't make an album for 5 years? They go 5 years with that album. Go on, get your Kendrick. Go on, get your little attention, man. You got our attention.
A little attention.
You got our
the crazy thing about how you say that is, when I heard the verse the other day, I liked that somebody sit up and told me, man, we ain't heard rap get this contentious since the last time he dropped a verse like this.
How long ago was that?
How dominating of a figure am I that every time that I do, bro, you do realize that's like a Jay-Z kind of impact. Every time I drop a verse, even though it's a long time in between, I got everybody and their mama talking about it.
So what I would say to that is, if every time I take a break without dropping a verse, and in my verse, I'm throwing shots, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's not like it's not like he dropped a verse that's just you just talking about the bars in the verse. You're talking about
and
the
Drake
shots
said,
throwing.
Drake sent slick shots in first person shooter that we don't ever want to talk about with that kind of situations and stuff like that.
But nobody
Cole big Kendrick up.
Nobody talks about, but in that thing, nobody talks about how impactful that Drake verse was with them. When them slick shots come in, look what you said, slick shots. You know what I'm saying? They're slick. Like we don't. Kendrick don't.
But this is competition, as dude said before and several times. If I have stated that it's competition, it's competition, it's competition, it's competition. That was the last thing that he said in Control. It's competition. I got love for all y'all, but I'm trying to murder y'all because this is competition. And I think that's why I say it's not, for me, it's not an attack on Cole. And he really trying to tell Cole, like, hey, bro, you need to kind of get out the way because you're trying to make it seem like we all cool and everything, we bigging each other up. But nah, bro, you want to destroy him, you want to destroy me, I want to destroy y'all, and he want to kill all us. So what we doing? And it's like that.
I think my boy Cole just want to ride his bike and make his music, man.
I agree.
And take
that I agree.
family,
and that's
you know
why I
what
say I feel like.
But like he says all the time, bro. I definitely believe that, you know, he's ready for whatever. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's on my lap and there's one in the chamber. You know,
good music and better verses.
I'm a fire when it's time to fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a fire when it's time to fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my response. That's basically my response to what you're saying. Like, you might want to get out the way. No, I'm right here. You just watch who you aiming at, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't my boy.
And the thing that I'll tell you is, what the streets say, bullet ain't got no name on it, dog. So if you want me to curve, you run around with my enemy and you want me to curve the bullet.
Cold bullets got names.
Get out the way.
You better put a name on it then.
Kendrick do too.
Y'all ever seen what's the name of that movie? The Harder They Fall. Cherokee Bill. He been writing name on it.
Well. Indeed.
Man, Kendrick, listen, you know, cause I be on social media. A lot of people think I'm a Kendrick hater. I'm not a Kendrick hater, bro. I know Kendrick is great. I do believe he's overrated, and to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
overrated as an artist. You mean?
I think
certainly not as a rapper.
I think when I say overrated, he's a great rapper, bro. It's just I don't think where people put him. I don't think he's there for me. I guess you could say artist because really what don't do it for me is the album.
I get, bro, and like,
so
you're not the only person who I've heard say that in the past 48 hours, and I guess that's the only reason why I asked. There are so many people who say, "Give us another album, Kendrick. Give us one of these. Give us another good Kid, Mad City. Give us another good Kid, Mad City." And me as a person who was an artist at one point in time, that's not where he's at anymore.
And I agree. And
so he can't necessarily give you that, but he can check in here and there and say, "Oh, you want a little bit of this flavor? Here you go. Here you go." And I think that's why y'all feel away where y'all feel like it's dropping the buckets.
Not me personally. I used to feel like that, but I seen Wale say one time when somebody was asking him to make another Ambition, and he was just like, "You just want me to
listen to that, man.
You're still stuck in that place that you was in when I dropped the Ambition, and you want me to, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I want for Kendrick. It just happened to be the last time I could relate to him. I'm not asking him to drop nothing that he don't want to drop. Apparently the stuff I don't like still does as well. So all I'm saying is I'm not gonna act like I can relate to, you know, the stuff he's dropping, bro. Like I can't. I could back then. I can't now. It's just what it is. What it is. He's like you know what I'm saying? You know, it's if I just want to hear some good rapping skills, like even let's take somebody like Raekwon. You know what I'm saying? You remember when Raekwon first album, The Purple Tape? You remember when he, you know, back in like what was it like? It was years later when he dropped Only Built for Kid with Links 2. And that's what everybody was worried about. Like, he wasn't in that same place, but he still was rapping for his core, for the people that, you know what I'm saying, they bought the first only built for Kendrick Lamar. That was before my time, but even when I listened to the second one, it's like, okay, this still the purple tape. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, man. I think real quick, my headspace go to stuff like Section 80 and Overly Dedicated and stuff like that. And I monitor those tapes and I look at where Kendrick is now. And he's always, in a sense, been the same artist. I think we got something like The Good Kid, Mad City that was more commercial for the world. And that was the more relatable piece to a lot of us as fans.
Even somebody like Wayne, Wayne, like he'll drop an
the
album.
Carter or the Carter 2.
Or he'll drop an album that you probably won't look at as the Carter 2, but he'll still turn around and give you a dedication or whatever, like something for the chord to, you know what I'm saying?
But we picked that apart too. And like I guess that's what I say is man, everything recent when Wayne drops a mixtape.
I haven't.
Oh my God, fans. Oh, Wayne he ain't the best rapper no more. This is this. Little baby this. This person this.
I'm looking when I see him drop a mixtape. I'm looking for straight like, can this nigga still go as hard as whatever? I'm not listening. I'm not looking for substance in his mixtape. I don't want to hear that nigga rapidy rap. I want to hear him do like he do on songs with JID and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So that's all I'm saying, bro. Kendrick can be the greatest rapper or whatever, but I'm not relating to him. J. Cole, to this day, after all these years.
All right, so Kendrick, y'all heard him. Kendrick is the greatest lyrical rapper. Cole is the greatest relatable rapper. And shout out to Starlito. I don't even finna mention.
Nobody is better than Starlito, bro.
I just said shout out to Starlito.
No, I know.
Oh, okay,
nobody is better than Kendrick, J. Cole. None of y'all boys want to see Starlito, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you, T, man. Letting me come on for my second time, man. Hopefully this ain't my last time, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming, bro.
Family, always, brother.
Man, look, y'all be on the lookout for more interviews coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be looking out. Y'all see I'm back on the set. Be looking out on more episodes with the set. You know, still shout out to my boy Chopper. We still do work too. You know what I'm saying? He team really real. You know, be on the lookout for more things to come, more consistency. You know what I'm saying? Anniversary next year, 420. You know, episode already booked. You know, I'm finna get back on it, man. You know, so. More topics, more interviews, more, you know, really real TV, man. We out.
Like, subscribe, share.